groundwork. They continue to make major moves. Now the talks are Kelsey Plum is on the trade block. They're looking to move off of Kelsey Plum. She's only under contract for this season. They are so bad to the point where she might not want to come back, and they don't want to just lose her for nothing. They could be gaining assets through trade.
Breaking news just hit the basketball world like a lightning bolt, and nobody saw this coming. The sports industry is in full panic mode right now, and fans everywhere are still trying to process what just leaked out. This wasn't some small rumor. This was a lockdown, top-secret plan that somehow made its way into the public eye, blowing past every contract and agreement meant to keep it hidden. Sources say the Los Angeles Sparks have been quietly plotting a massive power move, and it's finally out in the open. Word is they're ready to trade away five-time All-Star Kelsey Plum, freeing up serious cap space to build their entire future around one name, Caitlyn Clark. Big money, big risk, bigger drama. Right when this deal looked like a done thing, chaos erupted. Indiana Fever's head coach, Stephanie White, jumped in publicly and said she will fight this trade with everything she's got. But here's the real twist. Insiders now confirm Caitlyn Clark herself wants out. She's reportedly finished playing under White's coaching style. And just like that, the countdown on the Fever's future started ticking toward zero. Players staying quiet and just accepting decisions from the top. That era looks over. Pressure is building everywhere, and the entire power structure of the league is starting to crack right in front of us. So why is this trade such a big deal? Let's break down the cold, hard strategy behind it. The Sparks front office knew that landing a superstar like Caitlyn Clark wasn't going to happen with an average offer. They needed to build something no player could turn down. In a move nobody expected, late at night, the Sparks put veteran champion Kelsey Plum right on the trading table. By letting go of her big contract, the team wasn't just saving money. They were clearing the entire path for Caitlyn Clark to walk in and take over as the new face of the franchise.
Sparks are going to end up getting Caitlyn Clark. He wasn't pulling it out of thin air, and you see them making moves as we speak. You saw them go and sign Kate Martin. Now, take a look at this. Head coach Lynn Roberts is going to get fired. I'm just putting it out there. I'm letting y'all know now. I know she's going to get fired. She knows she's going to get fired. Kelsey Plum's about to get traded. It's a bunch going down. Take a look here. This is Lynn Roberts. They ask her about her job security, being that the GM just got fired. You're going to want to stick around. I got a bunch in this one. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think we underachieved last year, and this year's still going. We tripled our wins last year from the year before. I think, for where we want to get, that's not where we want to be. But, tripling wins from one year to the next in my first year, I don't think that's underachieving. This year, we have not hit our stride. We've played one game with everybody on our roster healthy. We've been injured all year. Hopefully we can get KP and Cam back, our whole system.
Right now, the Sparks are tearing down their whole roster piece by piece, all to build a brand new, high-speed offense built just for Clark's incredible passing and deep shooting range. It's a total top-to-bottom rebuild, and it's got front offices everywhere on edge. Clearly, this team is ready to let go of proven stars just to lock in the future. News outlets keep calling this a normal roster move, but the numbers tell a completely different story. This looks like a calculated business play, one aimed at building the first billion-dollar women's basketball dynasty on the West Coast. And right now, nothing seems to be stopping it. But just as everything was about to be signed off, one person hit the brakes hard. Indiana's head coach, Stephanie White. She knew losing Clark could wreck her career, tank her team's value, and strip away her control over the roster. So she went all in trying to stop the deal. Leaks from inside the Indiana camp reveal White made frantic, heated calls to league officials, pulling out every contract clause and rule she could find to try to keep Clark from ever reaching Los Angeles.
Sparks are 10-12. They're not going to make the playoffs again under her. She knows she's on the way out. Take a look at this. Sparks coach shuts down brutal season. And this is the key part. where she tried to say, oh, we're one game out of the playoffs. It says that's the goal, the plan. We'll get healthy. I'm not buying into the narrative that we're having some brutal season. This is a process. We've had adversity. Lynn Roberts is going to get fired, you guys. I'm letting that be known right now. And they are looking to move Kelsey Plum. You got all the fans already blasting Lynn Roberts. Now, I'm telling you the moves that they are continuing to make. Take a look at this here. The LA Sparks practice facility in El Segundo construction update. State-of-the-art facility expected to open in 2027. So they're going to have a brand new facility here in Los Angeles. And this is going to be big because Caitlyn Clark is going to have, she's coming from a brand new state-of-the-art facility in Indiana that they built. She's also going to be in one when she eventually gets to LA if this thing goes down. Now, that is another move that they're making. New facilities. They're going to get a new coach, a new GM. They're going to bring in a whole new infrastructure around this deal. I'm telling you.
White came out swinging, saying loud and clear, "I won't let this team lose its biggest star." But that move blew up in her face. Instead of keeping things under control, it lit a fire inside her own locker room. Players are pushing back. Trust is broken. And now the whole basketball world is watching a real showdown. A coach fighting to save her job against a superstar who's simply done waiting around. And the fans are not holding back either. Backlash hit fast and hard, with people everywhere calling for White to be let go for standing in the way of what they see as basketball's next big chapter.
What team would go to get Kelsey Plum right now when they could just wait?
Indiana could make the move. Well, Indiana might not make the move, but a winning team could make the move. A Golden State Valkyries could use a Kelsey Plum. You get a bunch of picks and young assets from the Valkyries, and then you use those picks and assets to go and get Caitlyn Clark.
Because like initially, I think quick shout out to Hunter Cruz, who did like a trade piece not too long ago, mentioned the Golden State Valkyries as a Kelsey Plum team. And I was like, you know what? Would be a fascinating fit. You just need like a pure, we need an actual number one scoring option. It's like, you know what? That would make some sense.
I like the idea of Kelsey Plum. I like the idea of Kelsey Plum and the Golden State Valkyries. If I'm the Golden State Valkyries, we are the 3 seed, one game out of the 1 seed. Mm-hmm. We can deal with that later.
I mean, look, the talks are heating up. Kelsey Plum, you're either going to lose her in the offseason for nothing, or you can get something, you can get assets for her now.
Here's the hard truth Stephanie White doesn't want to face. Caitlyn Clark is mentally already gone from Indiana. Behind closed doors, that coach-player relationship has broken down so badly that no PR statement can patch it up now. For months, Clark had to deal with awkward press conferences, a playbook that boxed in her talent, and almost no protection from rough play on the court. Now, with the Sparks offering her a real shot at greatness, she's using every bit of her influence to make her move. Insiders say she's already given ownership a clear message. If this trade doesn't happen, she's not stepping on the court, she's skipping promotional events, and she's done working with the current coaching staff, period. Clark isn't even going through White anymore. She's talking straight to investors and league leadership to make sure this move to LA happens. The power has completely flipped. The player is calling the shots now, and every move White makes to block it is only speeding up her own downfall.
That's from the Dominique Malunga trade for Kelsey Plum, giving up Sarah Ashley Barker, trading Rickea Jackson for Ariel Atkins.
Yo, that GM that got fired made some horrible moves. How do you give up Sarah Ashley Barker, who you took in the top 10, who was balling, played well as a rookie? Now she's a starter. She's a starter in Portland. You gave up Rickea Jackson. Granted, she tore her ACL after, but giving up Rickea Jackson for Ariel Atkins, that GM had to go. That's crazy work.
Atkins giving out all of those bad contracts, just down the board, a lot of bad decisions from that front office. So we'll see what the direction is at the deadline. If I had to imagine, this is an ownership decision. If ownership believes that Kelsey Plum is not coming back and they want to pivot from here, they want to move into like more of a rebuild, a retooling period without Kelsey Plum, get younger, get off of these long-term deals, then why not trade her now? 1-year deal, you trade a lot to get her, the number 2 overall pick, So if there's going to be a trade that's going to happen, who could do it? The one team I look at as a serious contender for this is the Golden State Valkyries. Golden State's roster is so well built around not having a number one option. They have Debbie Williams, who's a great player, but not your number one. Veronica Burton, a lot of wings, Cecilia Zandolazini, Janelle Salon. They got the defense too with Kia Stokes at the 5. They have a lot of defense.
Right now, we're witnessing a moment that could reshape women's basketball forever. What we're seeing isn't just a trade rumor. It's a full-blown power shift, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. For years, the old system worked one way. Coaches called the shots, and players just followed along. But that world is falling apart fast. Athletes now hold real power, and this new era is crushing anyone who still thinks they can control a superstar like they used to. Think about it. The Sparks are willing to give up a proven all-star just to build their entire future around one player. That's not a normal trade. That's a statement. Los Angeles just handed the rest of the league a blueprint for how the modern game works now. Put the superstar first, and everything else falls into place. So here's the real question everyone's asking. Will league officials step in and push Stephanie White out before Indiana fans turn their backs completely and hit the team where it really hurts, their wallets? Even people close to the situation are choosing their words carefully. One insider, when asked about the coach, said simply that she cares about her, that this is the hard part of sports, and that right now the focus has to stay on the team. But when asked if the pressure has been building all season, the answer was clear: yes. There have been ups and downs all year. Games won, games lost, players in and out with injuries. Still, there's a feeling that things are starting to click at exactly the wrong time for Comfort. And here's something even bigger. Reports suggest the coach herself knows her job isn't safe. There's no guarantee she survives this season, and there's no guarantee ownership sticks with her long term. In fact, ownership might already be searching for a new coach, someone who already has a strong relationship with Caitlyn Clark. According to sources close to the situation, things are moving behind the scenes right now, and there's a real chance this entire story could flip overnight. Let's look at where things actually stand. According to recent reporting, the Sparks have missed the playoffs for 5 seasons straight. They're currently sitting at 10 wins and 11 losses, just outside the playoff picture in 9th place. But here's the twist. They've won their last 2 games in a row, including a win over Indiana earlier this week. And on top of that, word is the front office is shifting responsibilities, with assistant general managers stepping into bigger decision-making roles. So now the billion-dollar question hangs over the entire league. Does this explosive situation end with Caitlyn Clark suiting up in purple and gold, playing under the bright lights of Los Angeles? One thing's for certain, the entire sports world is locked in on this story, watching every single update like it's the biggest thing happening in basketball right now. This isn't slowing down. If anything, it's just getting started. This trade war is sitting right on the edge of exploding, and when it does, it's going to change the direction of the sport for years to come. So don't look away now. The next twist could drop at any moment, and you don't want to be the last one to find out. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay locked in, because this story is far from over, and the biggest moment might be just hours away.